the Chinese market has always been a lot more driven by domestic capital, right? The domestic A share is almost entirely driven by domestic investors. And then even the A share market, the Hong Kong listed Chinese stocks are to a large extent driven by the Chinese money. So I think if Chinese investors, if their confidence is able to improve by whatever, Beijing is planning to do, then I think that will be enough to boost domestic confidence to drive up Chinese market. I think now just expectation for China is so low. I don't really think it will take a lot for Beijing to make a positive surprise, right? So the economy is not nearly as bad as what the market is pricing for. So on that front, if Beijing really announces a positive policy stimulus surprise, or if let's say if the housing market is able to recover to some extent from here, or if Beijing is able to deliver their promises of delivering structural reforms, I think all these kind of three areas, the market can be positively surprised.
You are turning bullish on Chinese stocks. If you're saying that the market is misrepresenting the health of the economy, then are you being a contrarian in stepping into the markets right now?
I think this is a pretty contrarian call because clearly the market has been so weak. It's very few investors are openly calling for a bottom. So we want to stake our neck out because we believe the market has discounted a outlook that is very, in our opinion, is very unlikely to materialize. So that's why this is a classic kind of mispricing mismatch between the so-called information risk and price risk. So we want to capitalize on that kind of mismatch.
Really quickly, because you're talking about the domestic investors coming back and buying these China equities, but what does that mean for your expectations on the foreign front? Because our audience is going to be people that are watching that are obviously going to be predominantly outside of China. So do you think that there's going to be this impetus for foreign money seeing domestic speculation returning, that they're going to start jumping on the bandwagon? Because that's what's going to be imperative in order to get that 10, 20, 30% upside that people are calling for.
Right. Yeah, so I think so. I think, investors, they just look for money-making opportunities, right? So if the market really goes up, I think if there's enough momentum, there is enough reason for investors to turn positive. I think the market, they will come back to the market. And also, don't forget, we have all kinds of different investors, right? So you have very long-term money, and you also have very optimistic short-term money. So, I think if the market really builds some momentum from here, I think the capital will come back.